Where we left off, Max was just about to basically brief you all on the state of the rebellion.
So, like, after we have dinner, we all go to the parlor?
Basically, yeah. After you'll have dinner, he will lead you all into the parlor and he will unfurl a map. And I am sending that to you all now.
Oh god, it's a world map.
Oh,
It is a world map.
Oh my god, it's continents. It's the whole fucking planet. There's ice caps.
There are.
Jesus Christ, you even made it so it looks like the continents could have reasonably split apart from some kind of, like, Pangea situation.
Yes, I did. I worked hard to make it look reasonable.
God damn, Anna.
It's been so long. Finally, you all get to see this. So what my players are looking at right now is a map of the world. There are two major continents that cover most of the Earth. One of them is primarily dominated by a large country called the Vodoni Commonwealth. There are a few other countries. There's the Kingdom of Sigak, the Kingdom of Puja, the Principality of Srathi, but these don't really matter right now. On the other side, it's a bit more evenly spaced. The three biggest powers are the Derbyot Khaganate, the Kanian Empire, and the Kingdom of it's Eaglenia, but I pronounce it like Iglenia. Yeah, Iglenia, that's right. But again, not really important. What matters is that the players see this large landmass called the Vodoni Commonwealth. It has a large inlet where the sea creates like a wedge into the side of the country coming in from the west, and then an inland sea which covers a fairly large area. At the southern point of the sea imposing on the country, there is a circled spot where it says there is Volcaris. That's where the city is. To the north of that, there is a large area on the other side of the inland sea where it's written Vodon's Promise. And Max has drawn white arrows, which he's labeled recruits, towards the label Vodon's Promise. And then he's split them up into red arrows, going on either side of the inland sea to cover two fronts. And Volcaris is retaliating with its own arrows going out to those fronts. Basically, it looks like Vodon's Promise is producing troops and attacking Volcaris from two different sides. Or rather, two different sides of the sea, even though Volcaris only has the one passageway.
So Volcaris's routes are basically, they are at war on the northern and northeastern front.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And Max says, this is the state of the war right now. Vodon's Promise is making a lot of headway in the northern regions. They're getting a lot of recruits. A lot of people are siding with them. And as a result, they are basically gathering as many people as they can across the whole northern part of the country, the whole northwestern area, and they're waging war. We're currently holding them off to the northeast on one side of the sea and to the northwest across the isthmus. But it's not looking great.
Yeah, you said that the Promise is winning the war? How long has this war been going on again?
Before I left,
10 years?
probably closer to 15.
15 years?
It's been a quiet, irregular war. Honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly when it started because it started with whispers.
Goddess.
It started with just occasional attacks from insurgents here and there. You'd find a barracks in a remote town burned down, or you'd find a skirmish taking place. It was really small, but it's just slowly growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And believe you me, the Royal Army is bigger and better trained, but the news says that the rebels' guerrilla campaign is wearing them down. Morale's getting bad, and there are definitely rebels inside the city.
Well, we know that's true.
Indeed. And if I don't fulfill my mission for those rebels, our deal is off.
The deal where you extract your family?
Exactly. The gist is, the rebels were trying to establish a foothold in the city so they could stage a civilian uprising. They basically intended to bust into the castle and, I think the words were, cut off the head of the snake, just execute as many nobility as possible. Then in the chaos, they'd install their own government. And they're not bluffing. They have a chance of that. With the royal armies occupied up north, they've got the numbers and the weapons to stage a coup, and I've got no doubt they're training some militia within the walls. So what I had to do was, if I got back into the court's good graces, I would provide intelligence, help out wherever I could, open some back doors, grease the wheels a bit. I would be allowed to smuggle my sister and my parents out before they sent the militia in. And I mean, there are loads of places here in the city where you could hide an army. Only like half the city is actually populated. The rest is either irreparably damaged or otherwise abandoned. And I mean, it's illegal for people living in the lower levels to move up to the upper levels, as they're not noble citizens, but that just means a great many areas lie empty. And as long as they know when patrols are coming through, they can just keep armies there.
Wait. Are you telling me that it's illegal for the pores to see the sun?
Basically, yeah. I mean, you can come up, but you can't live here, because fuck you.
Juliana just looks disgusted. What is wrong with this fucking city?
This city was built on the backs of slaves.
Yeah.
I mean, it was raised by prisoners as part of a boon, and then it was inhabited by slaves who were forced into lycanthropy and military service.
It's terrible here.
He just nods solemnly, and then he says, "So this trouble with my father's death really threw a wrench in our plans. I haven't spoken with the local cells yet, so all they know is I went off script. Instead of just greasing the wheels, instead of just making their jobs easier, I've gone for the throne myself."
Yeah, but we talked to Tabitha Gorge at that party where you updated her on things.
Yeah, but we don't know if she believes me.
But I mean, wasn't she gonna talk to somebody and report back on what you said? Does it matter if she believes you?
I think that's what this summons is about. We're going to go meet Feather, and we are going to explain the situation and hope they buy it.
So who's Feather?
Feather is the local leader. She's actually an elf, but she's the highest ranking officer I've met. She basically functions at the city level of the effort. She doesn't deal with the northern fronts. Her deal is she pushes for major public opinion efforts. Her people split pretty evenly between breaking up gangs and maintaining schools and temples, more or less. Oh, and she's also helped people try to put new laws through to let, the poorer citizens move to the abandoned upper areas, but she can't actually push them through herself because she's not a Vidoni. She was born here, she's lived here her whole life, but she's not the right species, so...
Hmm.
But yeah, Feather's all about the hearts and minds, so that when they rise up, the common folk side with them. And I mean, her popularity is mixed. Some people say her efforts are needed elsewhere, and I mean, then you've got others who are saying she should be the new leader when the uprising finally happens. And then, of course, but she can't be because she's not a Vidoni, and so on. Meanwhile, all I can say is that she really knows how to play a long game, being an elf and all.
Thanks, says Win.
Yeah. So, if we want to keep the rebels happy, we'll need to show them that we support their works. We're going to have to keep finding out what they want and helping them achieve it. And that'll mean that they're not going to just bail on us and rise up and overthrow the court without me and kill all of us.
Right. Okay, well, you've done this longer than we have. How do we look good to the nobles and still look good to the promise? because we kind of have public faces now.
Very, very carefully. We need to show support to each side and not make so many mistakes that we seem like we mean it.
Right, but what have you been doing that curries favor with rebels that we could maybe imitate? I'm looking for suggestions.
Sure, let's see. At first, I went on patrols with them. That was down in the Undercity. We broke up gangs and we fought off guards. We also killed some monsters. They also like it when you do things like helping to build. They like when you help maintain public facilities or build new ones. I think they're building a school in Parsawedge right now. Basically anything that'll help make your average citizen's life easier, or in turn, grease the wheels for when the uprising happens. So other things I've done is shipping weapons in, I've trained soldiers, all sorts of stuff really that either dealt with the internal policing or the maintaining of public facilities.
So I guess we probably need to hold off on that until we actually meet them.
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, you could probably go around and badmouth the royals in public taverns, and that might raise a few eyebrows, but I mean, it'd be a start.
I mean, I don't think that's something I can do.
Yeah, no. But in a few days, we will have that chance. The more the rebels approve of us, the less they're going to doubt us, the less trouble they're going to give us. And in turn, the more the court approves of us, the less they're going to look too closely and make trouble.
Mhm.
And then, of course, winning hearts and minds of the people never hurts.
Right.
If the people like you, then it's a good start. Oh, another thing we can do is just publicly support any kind of sympathetic rhetoric in the court spaces. It doesn't have to be a lot, but subtly pushing things in a favorable direction when the opportunity arises is better than nothing.
Okay. So what else do we need to know from this map here?
At this point, very little.
Okay.
The surrounding kingdoms are... At this point, they're happy to sit back and watch us tear ourselves apart.
Yeah, and she points down to these two countries that are to the south of Volcaris across the border of the Vidoni Commonwealth. Like these two places, like this duchy and this principality here, are these allies currently? Or are we expecting some kind of movement from the south to really like close off Volcaris?
No, they're not allies. Right now, they're not friends, they're not enemies. We kind of just keep to ourselves. There's a bit of trade, there's the occasional border skirmish between tribes, but like regional groups. But honestly, I don't expect them to interfere either way. They're not going to help us, and they're probably not going to harm us.
Okay.
Because, of course, the moment an external threat comes along, we stop fighting ourselves and start fighting them, and then you have the entire mass of the Vidoni Commonwealth on your doorstep.
Okay.
So yeah, that's basically it for now. That's where I stand with the rebels, and I'm guessing that this summons is a check-in to make sure that we are on their side still, or at least, so they believe we're on their side, whereas we are on our own side.
We
Okay.
are on a yet fourth unexplored side that we are dealing with on our own.
Right, a secret fourth side.
A secret fourth side, yeah. But yeah, that is the gist of the situation right now. Did you have any more questions about the state of the rebellion?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, I mean, I feel like there's not a whole lot that directly affects us right now. We haven't even met the rebels, so we don't really have a whole lot of any other context for how to take in that information and use it.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything else you'll want to do this evening, now is a fantastic time to say so.
How did Kara's experimentations with the hair wand go?
She has settled for a very, very short cut. Now, previously, she had a long ponytail that she just kind of let exist, but she's now got it in, I want to say shorter than a pixie cut, almost like a buzz cut, just a little longer on top.
Fuck.
So like a crew cut?
Bit like a crew cut, but a bit more casual. Kind of like, not quite a faux hawk, but still a bit of a floof at the front there.
Like an extra short pixie?
Could be, you could call it that. But yeah, she's walking around with short hair, and every now and then she'll make a comment that it feels a lot nicer with the heat off her neck.
I know, right?
Seriously, how have I gone this long never keeping it up off my neck? What is wrong with me?
Oh my goddess, you want to tell me? I've had that, it's been so long for so... I didn't know I didn't know that headache I had was because of my hair.
Oh, it must be so nice to be able to just take it out instantly now.
Oh, it's gonna save me a couple of wash days, I tell you what.
Yeah, right? Like, it'll be so easy to, and then she catches up and goes, I mean, it'll be fine, I guess, being able to wash it easily now.
Sure, Kara.
She just glares at you with a look of mock indignation.
So what's the rest of the crew been up to, like, the past couple of days?
I was actually thinking, let's all work that out together, because I haven't thought about it a whole lot in the wake of the hospital stuff. So let's talk about it. Let's come up with what the crew have been doing together.
I mean, have they been able to leave the house, or are they all still kind of convalescing?
I'd say they'd be up for, like, light activity. Leaving the house for part days.
Gosh. I don't know, what do you guys think?
What would be a nice light thing?
Head empty.
Did Wynn's board game collection go up in flames?
I think she's kept that in her bag, because it's listed as being in my bag.
Hmm.
So, I would like to think at least some of them survived. Maybe, fuck, what's the really long one?
Risk?
No, there's
Twilight
like,
Imperium?
Twilight Imperium!
You think they have a fucking copy of Twilight Imperium? That's basically just Risk for if you already live in space.
Oh my god, what is Twilight Imperium?
It's a very long
It's a really long game.
Takes the whole
literally
fucking day
takes
to play.
like 4 to 6 hours to play.
Oh my god, yeah, it should be Twilight Imperium because it's basically just Risk, but like it can even be like a historical game about the fucking about the fucking Vodoni, like the war, the War of the Spheres.
You choose a fucking race to play, and then the whole thing is you're trying to collect worlds, and whoever has the most worlds, and especially the center world at the end wins, basically.
I looked it up and I found a 3-tiered game board variant.
Yeah.
Where they stack 3 game boards atop each other to make more game boards.
Yeah, that sounds like Twilight Imperium.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I always play
absolutely.
I always play the goblins, and my role is to sit to the side and cause chaos and buy things, and
that's you in every board game. You don't give a shit about the rules. You just like causing chaos.
I want to work together.
With all these hex pieces, is this just Settlers of Catan with 40, mixed with 40k?
No, it's not like Catan at all.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I've never played Catan. I don't know what it is. I just know it has hexes.
Settlers of Catan is baby shit. It is.
Okay.
It's not a good board game. I'm sorry.
It's not.
It's poorly balanced.
I will fucking fight you people. Me and Annie will both
every time
fight you.
Somebody sees a hex grid when they're at like the fucking store, they're like, "Oh, it's just like Settlers of Catan." No, how dare you?
Oh shit.
That's like saying any board game is just like Candyland.
Fucking incendiary takes right here.
I've also never played it, so I'm like...
The crew has probably been playing a multi-day board game like that, and they're all getting a little strung out about it.
That's good. Do you think there's like secret whispering in the kitchen? They'll like whisper to each other about planned alliances.
Absolutely, there are. Because, like I said, when I played the goblins one time, John tried to pay me money to fuck over Jeremy, and then I was just like, I'm going to do a random 50-50 flip.
Oh, you know what? They're
Oh
playing
my
a
God.
legacy game.
Oh my god, a Legacy Twilight Imperium.
Yeah. They're playing Legacy Twilight Imperium, except it's a historical game for this world.
Holy fucking
They've
shit.
gotten really into it.
I think I like the idea that it's reliving a war that took place about 300 years ago between some of the countries that you recognize some of the countries that are here and some of them that aren't there. And you're like, oh, these countries don't exist anymore.
Oh, right. It's like, it's a Vodoni board game. Yes.
Oh, did you want them to bring it in?
It's all about military strategy and worker
That
placement.
is absolutely Vidoni through and through. That's just them.
Oh, it's a fucking 4X game. You just fucking know it. It's a 4X
Yeah,
game.
you know, in a world where this is sci-fi, they invented Stellaris.
Yeah.
All its fucking add-ons.
Okay.
So the whole background chatter of this, the background, I hesitate to say noise, but like the background of this is just this ongoing 4X strategy game. For the listeners at home who don't know, that is explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate, if I recall correctly. Annie, is that right? I don't know. It's basically games where you spread out and conquer the world. And yeah, there's just a long-running one of these games that everyone has been chipping away at for, like, the past few days.
I think while Jill was, like, resting, she probably asked Lachlan what was going on, and then he started launching into this explanation that she could not follow at all.
Yeah, probably. And it'd be like, and yeah, so these units do this, and these units do that, and my faction has the ability to do this and that. And then
she fell asleep.
And then fucking Kara went and took out my fleets and all that.
I think Veli's probably the one that just plays for chaos, right?
Veli's me.
Yeah.
I think, okay, here's what I think. I think Kara and Lachlan are at each other's throats. Finn is going around making trouble for everyone, but being, like, scarily opportunistic.
Oh yeah, Finn is the dark horse. Finn is going to win the whole game if you're not watching. He's going to end up with the most victory points.
I think Veli is playing kind of like a computer, just thinking about a move and then doing something really, really optimal. So they look like they're playing boringly, but they're somehow gaining so much ground. And the chaos comes from Mr. Hurst.
No.
Yes.
He
That
just
makes
wants
sense.
everybody to have a nice time.
It makes sense
Yeah.
because Mr. Hurst is like me and doesn't really want competition. Would be way happier playing a cooperative game, but if he's being forced to play to win, he's going to turtle up, and the moment someone fucks with him, he's going to fuck with everybody.
No. It's Ana de Armas's character playing Go in Knives Out. She's not playing to win, she's playing to make a beautiful pattern.
Yes.
Oh my god. Cool. I like this. This is a good thing for our crew to be playing.
Bondar's managing. Bondar is middle of the pack solidly.
I think Bondar is like the gameplay itself is a lot for her to take in, but when she makes a move, she has enough transferable strategy skills to at least tread water.
Bondar's been reading the rules in her spare time. In like another day or two, she will conquer this game.
Oh, you're right. She's a fucking nerd. They're all fucking nerds. Why do we have a crew full of nerds? Because we love nerds, that's why.
We are all nerds.
I mean, they're just like us, for real.
Okay, so.
God.
Anyway.
So that's what's going on. We have an extremely competitive and messy game of Vodoni Imperium. If there's anything else you want the crew to have been doing in that time, that's cool. But I like what we've come up with, because I never would have thought of that on my own.
Max has probably been abstaining, right? Or is he playing?
I think he introduced everyone to it, but he, like, got
did he get knocked out really early?
I think he got way too into it, then got knocked out, sulked for a while, and is now playing the, quote, advisor role.
Oh, I like that.
He just goes around and offers sometimes requested, sometimes completely unrequested advice.
Ah.
More than once, I think someone has gone to make a move, Max has said, "Oh, you know what? It would be really cool if you do the move they were just about to do." And they're like, "You know what? No, I'm going to do something completely different now. Fuck you."
Yeah, he would be that guy.
So, I hope that answers your question. What has the crew been doing in this time?
Yep.
Crazy board games. Now, shall we skip ahead to tomorrow morning?
Let's do it.
Yes.
So, there is an invitation for Juliana to come to the palace. I am going to say that when the carriage arrives that morning to pick Juliana up, they don't allow Win and Arturos to come with.
No.
Wayne was expecting that.
I was not.
No, not even Win.
Not even Win, I'm afraid.
No, not even my lady in waiting. No.
Aren't I just a huge jerk?
No. I needed a support / emotional crutch. I think before she leaves, she will probably track down Max and yank him aside.
Sure, Max absolutely actually comes and finds her and checks in before it starts. It's like, "Hey, are you okay? You gonna be alright?"
No. What do I need to know about your mother? I met her once. I was very intimidated. You said she likes me? What do I need to know?
He looks momentarily gobsmacked.
What?
And then he says, "I would say you can impress her with ruthlessness."
Ruthlessness.
Yes, with ruthlessness. Show her displays of power. Like Temp. She really liked Temp. Show her Temp at full size. That'll get her impressed. And say that he slays your enemies.
He slays my enemies?
Yeah, that's the kind of shit she goes for.
Your mom really likes it when you slay your enemies?
Oh, He chooses his words carefully and says, "She is impressed by military might."
Okay. What do I need to know about you with her? Okay? Like, where are you sitting with your mom? What do I need to prep for as the wife?
She'll probably just try and suss out how suitable you are for the throne, in her eyes. I don't expect her to ask a lot about me, given that she doesn't seem to give a shit, but you never know.
Yeah.
Mostly she'll
Still
probably
didn't
just
show up to the hospital.
ask how you see yourself ruling the kingdom, to which you'll say, a firm and steady hand to guide this great nation to where it needs to be. Or something.
I feel like he says that, and while he's looking up and just sort of like saying that out loud, and he looks back down and jottling that down in her notebook. Firm and steady hand to guide the city? What?
Guide the nation.
Guide
this great nation.
This
he grimaces.
Great. And she scribbles like a little interjection carrot. This great nation.
Exactly. You have a vision of prosperity and growth.
Prosperity and growth. Do I? Am I going to need to elaborate on that?
Oh, conquer our enemies, take down the rebels, etc. You need to... He leans in. You need to think like a fucking conqueror to impress my mum.
I can see why you guys don't get along.
Yeah, no.
She was really well suited for your father, wasn't she? Ugh.
Oh, listen. If marriages weren't arranged, they would have found each other anyway.
No, that's terrible power couple. Awful, gross.
I have no doubt about it.
Ugh.
It would have been all over each other.
Okay, great. So I don't have to like your mom.
Oh no, please. I expect you won't have to like her. You don't even have to suck up to her. But things may be easier if you impress her.
Yeah, sure.
And
sure,
Annie.
Great.
I'm going to be a bit terrible right now.
Okay.
This upcoming event is our first special event.
No!
where both the reputation gains and losses are doubled.
Okay.
Good thing you had that rest and took the stress out.
Yep. Super duper.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Juliana probably, I feel like this is at least the kind of event that she has been outfitted for in terms of wardrobe. Because, like, they had to
For
make
sure.
everybody all new clothes. So this one, she's actually got, like, a decent, like, party dress for.
Nice. When the carriage arrives, it's not like they're waiting to pick you up. It's like servants disembark and they'll help you get ready and stuff.
Jill's probably going to go ahead and take Temp out
Cool.
in just little dog form.
Very good. He definitely leaves some, like, cinders on the carpet.
Okay, you're gonna have to be my friend here today. Can you provide me moral support?
He pants soundlessly. Bones clatter a little bit.
Good enough.
Win and Arturos, is there anything you want to say to Jill before she sets off?
Wynn will put her hand on Jill's shoulder and say, remember, sometimes it's just all in the posture. Just keep reminding yourself to be straight-backed and you'll look more powerful, which will make Mommy happy.
No!
Oh, don't call her mommy.
Don't
her mommy.
Mommy.
No. Please, I need to survive today. I can't do that with you saying the word mommy in the back of my head, please.
Mummy Volk?
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing
Hard-
Mummy Volk.
We're
Dear
not
sweet
hard pass,
mother.
okay?
Dear sweet mother.
That
Sweet
works.
mother, send your child unto me.
That'll do.
Artie goes up, grabs Jill by the shoulders, and just be like, always remember, your magic is like a knife in between your tits.
I don't understand what that means.
Eh,
I mean, dude, you've schmoozed with nobles. What are they like?
Oh, they like to be fucked up, which is why you keep a knife in between your tits. But you got magic.
I don't know what that means. A knife between my tits would just go into my sternum. That would be very bad for me. I can't break my sternum.
That's what the sheath is for.
What sheath? This metaphor is really confusing.
Just remember, they are laughing at you, not with you. So make sure you laugh at them.
That's actually very useful. Thank you.
Pat, pat.
Pat, pat.
Juliana, you mount up into the carriage and set off towards the palace. Wynn and Arturos, let's talk about how you two want to spend your first block of time for today.
Wynn is going to go find the shadiest bar she can and try to get in with Vodon's promise.
Okay. I have a thought.
Yes.
I like the idea that Wynn actually preemptively goes to the pub that was listed
In the thing, yeah.
in the thing, scopes it out, and subtly drops hints that she has sympathetic sentiment.
Ooh.
Whether that be joining in a drunken bar song that decries the royal family,
Fuck yeah.
or, just saying, I mean, yeah, those fucking Volcruses.
I mean,
And
you've
then
already
acting like
got in
everything's
with, like, the staff at the party.
Yeah, I've already gotten in with some of the staff
Yeah,
at the
stuff
party.
like that.
I'm not going to drop yet that I'm already part of, like, rebellion on my home world to take down the nobility.
Hmm.
That's a later topic. But yeah. Hell, I'd probably lead one of the pub songs.
All right, so let's do a round of city life. Straight up, 1 extra face to Jill and Petrus. Goes from 4 to 5 face. And that will boost your reputation with Vodon's promise by 5. It'll go from 35 to 40.
Hell yeah.
Good work. Now for the downside.
Now we roll the negative side.
Let's find out how much this overwhelms you. Could you please roll 1d4 plus 1?
Apparently a lot. 5.
That's the most you could roll.
It is the most I can
That
roll.
is. You are going to get knocked up from 2 stress to 7 stress.
I like to think part of that, too, is just she tries to find this on her own and just gets hopelessly lost.
And now, let's see the impact of that. Could you please roll 1d6 plus 1 to find out how much your stress causes you to slip up?
Is there any way I
shit.
got the highest I could again, 7. Is there any way I can spend my benefit to avoid that?
Okay, let me tell you now how leverage is going to work.
Yeah.
Leverage has 2 possible effects at this time. I haven't tested these for balance because leverage is kind of a spanner in the works. Basically, at the moment, leverage has 3 possible ways. During an action, you can automatically guarantee the highest or lowest possible dice rolls as you wish.
Nope.
Then, here's another one. This is important. Before or after an action, instantly double one player's face score to a maximum of 10, or when a blowout is triggered, you halve the reputation impact from 10 to 5.
Oh.
So, yes, you can, if you want,
I will go
spend
for
a
lowest.
point of leverage to get the lowest on both your both the stress and the mistakes roll,
Oh,
if you like.
yes, please.
Fantastic. Then let's reverse all of that. So the lowest possible outcome you could have for a mistake is 1, because
Excellent.
it's just 1d4.
Yes.
So you kind of ace this.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you, leverage from servants in the castle.
Very nice.
And that leverage is now spent and consumed.
It is now gone.
Indeed. I do want to come up with a more regular system for making leverage gainable, but I primarily see it coming from special events, such as the one Jill's going to right now.
Now, Artie's turn.
Hardy's turn.
It is indeed Arturus' turn.
I really liked the idea of a fighting ring that, nobility goes to
Sure.
Tibet and common people go to gawk at.
Yeah. I'm going to say that depending on how you spin it, you could use that for any faction.
Yeah. I was thinking about what is a Mediterranean type of fighting? And my brain
Greco-Roman
went,
wrestling, right?
Yeah, Greco-Roman wrestling. And then my brain was like, wait a minute, if you put oil on it, what if we did Turkish wrestling?
Turkish oil wrestling?
Turkish
Yeah.
oil wrestling.
We went to the same place.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So somehow or another, Artie hears about this oil wrestling arena that people can participate in, and either the nobility will make bets, or the common people will pay a penny for a seat, and maybe some shady shit goes down.
You could probably start by just introducing yourself in the off hours.
He goes to see it,
Mm-hmm.
and it so happens to be an open arena type of day where people are like, come in, see if you can win type of thing.
Taking all comers.
Yes, taking all comers.
Sure. Now, clarifying, this is just you trying to win some fights and see if you can say, I'm Arturos, I won this fight, I support so-and-so, or say, not quite so blatantly on the nose, but to that effect? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, getting eyes on him.
Yeah, it's kind of building a personal reputation.
Yeah.
In that case, I would say that one goes mostly to the common Vidoni at that point.
I would say so too, yeah.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
They may or may not have heard of a blue guy next to their new princess.
Alright, so straight up, your face increases from 4 to 5. Now, could you please roll... Actually, let's do this in order. So, your reputation with the Vidoni commoners goes from 26 to 31.
Nice.
Good work.
Hell yeah.
You guys are making significant headway here.
We know what we're about.
We're doing our best.
And now, let's look at how much it stresses you out. Could I please get you to roll 1d4 plus 1?
That is
Oof.
also a 5.
The highest number.
I was going to say, don't make Lake win.
The highest possible number to roll.
All right. Arturos, your stress increases from 3 to 8.
Woof.
On the good side, the Vidoni commoners don't lower anybody.
That's true.
The stress is mostly coming from the size difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there might be some seasoned
Sure,
fighters
you've got-
in there.
Yeah. Artie does his best to duck and dodge and dip, dive, duck and dodge, but overall, people have longer reaches than he does and are bigger framed. So getting his hands down their pants, usually not a problem, but tonight,
Yeah, and you probably
Oh,
got,
now you
if
got
it's
the-
like
now you
taking
got
all
Bloodhound
comers,
Gang
you
stuck
might
in
get a
my
lot
head.
of like soldiers blowing off some steam too, like just getting some energy out while they're like on leave.
sure.
That's a good point. You've probably got people coming back from the war who just want to take out their rage on a foreigner, you know what I'm saying?
He's just a little foreign guy.
He's just a little guy.
So in addition to having to really fight for dominance, you probably cop a lot of very unpleasant sentiment as well.
But his reputation still goes up.
It does. But yeah, so cool. You get eyes on you. People see you. It's also really stressful. It's a difficult time.
He's very sweaty and oily now.
Hey, at least his skin will be moisturized.
It's not the same. It clogs the pores.
Right, because his scales are designed for water. Well, that ends this round of city life. Pivoting over to Giuliano. Your carriage ride from the home base to the palace goes well enough. It's nice and quiet. It's not too hot a morning. Like, it's hot, but it's not too hot.
Should have brought a book.
When you get there, you're greeted by a lot of servants, mostly. They open the doors for you, lead you inside.
She does have the dog out, by the way.
Oh, very
In
good.
corgi form. Corgi size, he is trotting along at her heels.
Fantastic. So in that case, Temp would get a lot of oohs and ahs. I think the more daring of the servants would try to pat him. And I gotta ask, does he let them, or is he more of a guard dog mode today?
Temp probably growls a little, and it sounds a bit like stones scraping against each other. And then Jill is just like, be nice. And I think it's like the dog is such that a switch flips and his like ear bone, his like horns that are kind of like bones, like go for it. And he's like, yes, pets.
Oh, that's delicious. I love that. That's so cute. Yeah, no, I can absolutely see that. So people do start petting him, and they'll comment on how warm he is and how he must be really nice to snuggle with at night, but only if you tuck him into a blanket.
Yeah, kind of got to burrito him.
And I think after a moment, the servants realize that, oh, she's actually talking with us like we're people. And they go about their business, but you get some sincere smiles. As you get led further along, with Temp leaving a little trail of cinders on the ground behind him, and I definitely think there's like a footman with a dustpan and brush just chasing after.
Yeah.
You get led through the halls of the Crystal Palace, which, of course, is stupid big.
So it makes me angry how stupidly big this building is. Nothing should be multiple miles wide.
You actually come across, after a while, you were led a fair way in to, how to describe this? This is a medium-sized chamber with, you've got the doors on 3 walls that people come in and out of. On one wall of the room,
I've got a
you
question.
have these... Yes.
Is it medium, like regular medium, or medium as in this ridiculous city medium?
Medium as in this regular medium.
Got it.
Describe it.
Gotcha.
I gotta do a mental conversion of meters to feet.
It's fine.
It is a...
It's okay, you can actually use meters, it's very similar to yards.
Yeah.
Sure. It's about 30 meters long, 10 meters wide, and the usual 3 or so meters high.
Gotcha.
Recessed into the wall, there are these 4 concave, like, archways. And on each of them is a floor panel that is shaped like a circle and is faintly glowing. And there are people in what appear to be courtly wizard robes standing next to each circle with a wand.
Jill lights up. Is that a transportation circle?
The servant who's leading you, who is this tall, very delicate-looking lady in waiting, says, "Yes, my lady. This is for quick transport around the palace."
Oh, because it's so ridiculously big. Oh, that's really interesting. Are those part of the original enchantment of the castle, or were they retroactively added after the whole War of the Spheres?
She thinks for a moment and says, "I couldn't tell you, my lady, but I suppose the palace historian could."
There's a palace historian. Of course, there's a palace historian. I would love to meet a palace historian. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about meeting a palace historian. Ooh.
She smiles and says, "I will make sure he gets your word, my lady.
Oh,
I'm sure
thank you.
he will
Thank
be happy
you. That's
to talk with you."
Oh no. I mean, if it's out of your way, then don't worry about it. It's. I can have somebody who's. I mean, it's not your job.
My lady, it is literally my job.
Oh. Okay. Then thanks.
Of course. It's my pleasure to serve you.
Thank you.
And as so basically what you see is people coming in and out, and they'll step onto the circles, and the wizards there will wave their wands and say something, and the circles will flare up brightly, and the people will appear to disintegrate. Obviously, this is not the case, but this is what it looks like is happening. And then every now and then, someone will reintegrate on an empty platform, and you'll see them appear out of nowhere.
When she's escorted to one of these wizards, she will probably just ask them, like, "So do you guys have to have like a like someone working out the schedule here? Do you have to have like somebody who's overseeing all of the enchantments going on in between transports, so you're not like having 2 people going to the same platform at the same time, or you just sort of like only monitor one or the other?"
The wizards look a little surprised that you're talking to them, that you're talking shop to them, but the one who's transporting you adjusts her cap. She's got a peaked cap like a postman or a busboy.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh, it's hard-coded into the system. It is impossible to transfer people to a platform where someone is standing. And if a platform's in use, a force field will block anyone from stepping onto it."
That's clever. Ooh.
The enchantments on these are quite secure, my lady.
Do you guys have to maintain them, or have they been self-sustaining? I mean, I know this is kind of a weird building.
Once a month, we have to perform some rituals to keep them going.
Interesting. I'm sorry. I'm probably holding some side. I'm sorry. Thank you.
My lady, you are the princess. You don't hold anybody up.
Sure. Okay.
Safe trip. And then the wizard lifts her wand and flicks it, and the only way I can describe it is the world seems to crumble around you, and just it seems to completely fall apart all around you, so that the only things there are you and the lady in waiting and the platform
and my dog
and the dog. And just as quickly, the world appears to rebuild itself out of this crumbled state. And you appear on a glorious golden floor made of what appears to be some kind of golden stone. You are now on the Queen's Parlor level. Jemjammer is performed by Annie Creighton, Anna Emmeline, Rio Rios, and Mackenzie Weaver, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our cover art is by Canary Witch, who can be found at canarywitch.carrd.co, and our character design is by Rio Rios, who can be found at rios.com. Our opening and closing music is by Saad Akhtar Ali. For bonus content, such as Jilliana's private diary, behind-the-scenes homebrew stuff, and other features from our other shows, I Will Fight You and Date Me Dammit, our Patreon has it all from only $1 a month at patreon.com/thejemjam. Thank you so very much for listening. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you next time.
Y'all, I have a quick story, which is that
Go for
during
it.
our break, I went downstairs, and John is doing the most Jonathan-ass Creighton thing I've ever fucking seen, which is that he had pulled the table over so he could paint terrain for his minis while having the cricket game on TV muted while he's listening to the baseball game. If this just involved fucking Lord of the Rings somehow, if these were Lord of the Rings miniatures, this would be the most goddamn John thing my husband has ever done.
Holy shit, that's incredible.
This game is unmatched.
That's amazing.